TYS is an artist that I've had on repeat for the past couple months. Out of all the Norteno rappers we've seen come out of Sacramento, TYS was definitely next to blow. Looking at his catalog of music, it's clear to me that he was versatile, and you can really hear the emotions behind his voice through his music. But he's yet another rapper that was taken from us way too soon, at the young age of just 23 years old. TYS was really making noise out of Northgate, which is a neighborhood located in Sacramento, California. Growing up, TYS always knew he was destined for music. Taking a lot of inspiration from Eminem, TYS really crafted his own unique sound that I really haven't heard replicated anywhere else. Growing up, TYS was already getting into trouble from a young age. Having visited juvie 10 times before the age of 18, it's pretty safe to say he was active in these streets. From a young age, TYS was essentially raising himself. His mother was really not around, and his father was stuck on drugs doing his own thing. And when you're a youngin' in these streets with no parental supervision, it's really no surprise why TYS grew up the way he did. Apparently, he was pretty gifted in baseball, so who knows what could have happened if TYS never picked up the mic. However, he saw great results when he just started out rapping, with his first music video garnering 20k views before he had to delete it due to gang politics. But this was all the confirmation he needed. Like I said, TYS somehow always knew he was destined for music. Coming up as a rapper is not easy or cheap. The cost of music videos and studio time was what really held TYS back from being consistent with the music. But despite all of this, TYS was also always about his money. So he found a way, and eventually his music really started popping off, with his single Straight Bars going viral and currently sitting at 4 million views. But the song that stands out most to me is one of his most underrated songs in my opinion. His single Mama is one of my top tracks, and I feel like some of you watching that can actually relate to the lyrics would agree with me.
Niggas tryna do me dirty when I saw my mom cry. It really had a nigga hurting, tryna take it all back because it wasn't even worth it. Down in this cell, I got a long ways to go.
After Straight Bars, TYS was really starting to make a name for himself, and it wouldn't be long before the politics within Sacramento got too hot for him. He had to get out of Sac for a while, so his management brought him down to LA. Being in a new environment and being around different shit, TYS really started to expand his style, and his bars and delivery got even more crisp. When it comes to rapping, your environment and the things around you have a big influence on your music. So just being in a new environment with new experiences can do a lot for a young artist, and TYS was capitalizing on all these opportunities for sure. By this time, TYS was really going crazy with his music. He was for sure one of the hottest Norteno rappers out of his section, and his record deal with Empire proves my point. This record deal was the biggest deal any Northern California Hispanic rapper had ever seen. TYS signed this deal before his passing, but his management has been making sure the checks keep coming by being on top of his music, because at the end of the day, TYS was a father of two. So hopefully these checks help out the family in their time of need. On top of being a father of two, he had just proposed to his girlfriend, so they were newly engaged, and I can't imagine how his fiance must have felt. But this is not the most tragic detail to his story. According to the streets, TYS was gunned down by somebody he knew. On May 24th, 2022, officers responded to a shooting at an apartment complex by the name of Birdcage Apartments located in Citrus Heights. The shootout went down in one of the bedrooms inside the apartment, which leads me to believe that he really did know the shooter, cause how the hell would they end up in the same unit if they were complete strangers, right? According to the streets, TYS shot back and landed some shots on his killer before he lost his life. So needless to say, he was really about what he was rapping about. I believe this is still an open case, so we're not going to speak too much on this topic, but it's just sad to hear about yet another rapper that was destined to blow lose his life at the young age of just 23 years old. I'm still not over Briss's death, but now TYS too? Sacramento grimy as hell. And I'm not from Sac, but I've heard that they be politicking up there for real. And I'm not gonna lie, some of his songs were a bit too demonic for me. For example, his song Afterlife is a classic example of the tongue speaking things into existence. The type of energy you put out in your music is the same type of energy the universe will throw back at you. It's sad because he had already proved that he was versatile when it comes to his music, with singles like I Just Wanna Know and Remember Me, And I hope his management has some heat in the vault that they haven't released yet, because I can't get enough of his sound. Rest in peace to Lil TYS.